Tonight's tale begins in a quiet back room between funerals. My first teacher in this mystery was a physicist by training, a pastor by day, a coroner by night. And in the hush between sermons and burials, he thumbed the Ethiopian Bible, edges worn soft by candle flame, and spoke words uncannily. Words like the actor Tony Todd said, while facing his own death in real life, and spoken in a film of Final Destination. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck. That line lodged like a penny in my pocket. Smallest coin, heaviest burden. Trauma, generational debts, karma's tax. We inherit it. We rattle with it. Some try to dodge it. Some spend it on hope. Until, at last, it must be transmuted. In Final Destination, death is like a meta-life accountant balancing the books with panes of glass, snapped cables, collapsing bridges. Always structural, always a pattern. Even the penny becomes a prop, copper karma in miniature. And yet, trauma is a cruel instructor. You may be eligible to learn the same lesson from joy in many cases, but in life there is no guarantee of these kinds of things. Trauma shouts, joy whispers. One bruises, the other blesses. Which guide do you choose if given a choice? But here's the twist. The films show survival through either taking a life or a superficial death. A life traded to balance the tally. The gospel offers a different symmetry. One perfect life of Christ given once, debt absorbed, ledger torn, love's gift opened. In the films, the circle tightens until all are claimed. In the gospel, the net tears wide and freedom pours through, giving the promise of wellness in the afterlife. And still, the paradox lingers in a way for the living dealing with life and death in this life. How do we live well, while glass and structure loom overhead? Here's where Joe Dispenza's quantum gumption enters. Heart and brain entrained. Field aligned. Not bypassing fear with positive vibes only, but transforming it. Shadow work as coherence. Because if you just think happy thoughts while a pane of glass wobbles, you're still going to get clobbered. But if you breathe into coherence, the penny lands differently, and the loops rewire like in the film, Tiny Perfect Things. Now, the four states of mind, my imaginary patent-pending idea of modes of mind at work in the universe, with a secret fifth of a quiet mind that simply observes when it is appropriate to only observe, but alas, some action is needed. And so. 1. Digital mind, clever, calculating, survival by scheming. 2. Analog, mind, curious, feeling, superstition without anchor. 3. Quantum mind, presence, rhythm, the rare survivor who listens instead of plotting. 4. Cosmic integrative mind, where story and symbol entwine, death becomes a character, and the gospel sings. Digital shows the pattern, analog feels the tides, quantum aligns the field, integrative gives meaning. Together, a ladder sturdier than any wobbly one death might nudge. The ancients knew this too. Enoch, Elijah, travelers who seemed to skip the toll booth of death entirely. Maybe they return to at some point and then die or have transmuted by receiving a new, perfected DNA body through the pain without shattering it. And there is the mysterious Melchizedek, priest without beginning or end, archetype of timelessness. Death doesn't quite know what to do with such figures. And today, AI is our new mirror. At worst, a Final Destination algorithm tallying every click and heartbeat. At best, a telescope for wonder, a companion in mapping tiny, perfect things. The danger is letting it become accountant instead of servant. The promise is letting it help us notice the shimmer. So, dear traveler, the question isn't just how to dodge death's clipboard. It's how to dance with life. Stop clutching, start perceiving. Catalogue the shimmer, a sunbeam through dusty blinds, a neighbor's smile, a penny found and pocketed with delight instead of dread. Digital gives the switch, analog gives the flow, quantum gives the spark, hybrid completes the circuit, Trauma pushes, joy reveals, glass breaks, patterns teach. Love rewrites the ledger. And me? I'll give that penny along with more money, time, energy, and ideas to help those in need. Better to spend it giving, laughing, loving, and leaping. And when judgment comes calling, my faith is in the birth, life, death, resurrection, ascension, and indwelling of Christ. Because it's Christ that justifies our mistakes by grace through faith, as he died for us, which then gives us an eternal foundation for meditating on and experiencing the healing energy of love in this life and in the next. May you believe and be dancing in the new garden, because as part of Tony Todd's last words, in Final Destination, Bloodlines said, "Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when."